Me and Courtney have made a wrong turn, and we have ended up in a Halloween special. This is the Wrong Turn Podcast. What's up, Courtney?
What up? How are you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. Today, we got a special episode. So this was going to come out fast and hot.
Yeah, Halloween.
It's 2023 Halloween, so it is spooky season. And Courtney had the great idea of doing Ernest Scared Stupid. And when she mentioned it, I was just like, that is such a good idea. I was like, immediately I was like 100%. That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
No questions asked.
It's a one-off. It's fantastic. Hell yeah.
100%. Let's backtrack real quick. It is Halloween, and everything and their mother is dropping Halloween content.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney, what have you been watching this spooky season?
I do the regulars, man. I have to do, Friday the 13th, the originals, the Nightmare on Elm Street. I did watch Talk to Me, which I thought was fantastic.
I recently saw Talk to Me. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I watched
really
it at your guys' house.
Did we?
No, I watched it at your guys' house. You guys were in Miami.
Oh, in your house. I was like, I watched it by myself. Were you there?
I was just sitting there in the corner, just creepy.
Yeah. With my memory, I would have like, damn, maybe.
Right?
No, I thought it was super good. A super good take on a possession movie.
Yeah.
Like teenagers doing stupid things. I thought it was super, super fun.
I thought it was fun.
And
I was just saying,
depressing at the end.
Oh yeah, I know. But I thought it was a great mix of like truth or dare and Ouija. Like it was like you said, possession. I enjoyed it.
And just like maybe like a little bit of hope that like not all the ideas have been done, and we can get some novel projects in the works, and some new things can come out in the future, hopefully.
Mm-hmm, exactly. But I've obviously, just to keep it going, doing all of the Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors. Those are incredible. What's your favorite one off the top of your head?
They were doing a marathon the other day. Like the TV was just on, and a lot of the newer ones were playing, which weren't really hitting home. I'm like, these aren't as good as the old ones.
I haven't seen any of the new ones. I'll fully admit that.
So, like, what are they on? Like 37 or something like
something
that?
ridiculous. Right, absolutely something ridiculous.
Yeah, I know that on social media they were talking about that there was an anime one, but I'm pretty sure that anime one came out last year, maybe. But I'm going old school. I'm going like, what was it? The principal making hamburger meat out of the students.
I was just gonna say that one where he eats the kids. Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
A Jimbo Jones or whatever. Jimbo Jones is like what do they call it?
Sloppy Joe.
A sloppy Jimbo.
Sloppy Jimbo, yeah. What else? The shinning one, obviously.
The shinning.
What do we got?
I love it's a little bit after all those, but it's the one where Pierce Brosnan is the house and he falls in love with Marge.
Oh. and then Bart's trying to get the walls to change, and instead of like living, what was it? Instead of living a lifetime with the Simpsons, it decided to annihilate itself in the end.
Yeah, pretty much. They gave it to the sisters, to Selma and Patty, and then it couldn't kill himself or something. I think that's that one.
What do we got? We got oh my god! We should have just done like a greatest.
Okay, we need to move on. But a lot of
no, it's fair enough.
a lot of that. But the thing is, I don't know about you, both of us, we watched all of this all year round. So this is just like extra fun for us this time of year.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I was actually going to mention that. Like, yeah, it's just like everybody catches up to us.
Pretty much. We're just like, hey, yeah, we watch this all the time. But anyway, these are our favorites. So I guess I'm just going through the favorites.
There's something that's like Yeah, and I was thinking about that too. Like, what makes it Halloween, right? I guess like maybe the movie has to take place during Halloween. Maybe there seems to be some spookiness to it. But even like the pivotal, what was it, Halloween movie, Michael Myers, like that's at least the original wasn't supernatural in a sense. So, what do you think? Like I said, we do this all year round.
Exactly.
So like, what makes it Halloween in a sense?
You're right. I guess the most Halloween specific is kind of the what we're doing today is the more on the kids side of it, when like the goosebumps of it, the fall, I guess, like Hocus Pocus. These are all, I like that because that makes me feel very Halloween. Like for instance today, like when we were like, what's our Halloween movie? Yeah, Halloween is with Michael Myers is a easy one to go to. But I was like, nah, man, like let's hit at the nostalgic, as I tend to do, and do this. But
yeah, I feel like the Michael Myers Halloween franchise has transcended the Halloween holiday, and it's just an all year round thing now.
Yeah.
But like you said, Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, 100%. What we're doing, Ernest Scared Stupid. Like I was literally reading online and somebody was giving a review, be like, I watch this movie every year and it hits every time.
Yeah, I only watch this movie, the Ernest, and Hocus Pocus. I only do that during Halloween, whereas we were just saying all year round we're watching horror movies because that's just what we love.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, moving on. What I got on my list, I'm gonna come up with a quick one. I'm gonna post this one on the social media hopefully the next couple of days. But I'm gonna put up a movies to watch if you're going to haunted houses, which we did. We went to a Halloween Horror Nights over here in Los Angeles. It was fun for what we could do. It was packed and the lines are crazy.
We had the cheap tickets and we all agreed that next year we'll get the expensive ones.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's
worth
really
it.
hard to do anything.
It's definitely worth to get the tickets where you can get the fast lines. But we had fun.
But I'm going to run down the list real quick for the people that don't listen to this and only watch the page. I'm going to recommend, what is it? The House That October Built.
Yes.
The Hell House LLC. And the Eli Roth produced Haunt movie, which I thought was actually, recently saw that one. I thought that was really, really good.
I need to see that.
If you're going to a haunted house, I was actually really, really surprised when we were doing our Cabin Fever. I saw it on the list, and I'm like, I've always wanted to watch this movie, and it was actually kind of worth it.
All right, I love Eli. Actually, you know that.
Yeah, you're a diehard Eli fan.
I'm surprised I haven't seen it.
Like that one, I don't know, like indie produced, a low budget, but I think they did a really, really fun spin on a haunted house and the slasher motif, 100%. But moving on, we got a movie to watch, and like I said, we're doing Ernest Scared Stupid. I think it's like the second or third in the Ernest franchise.
It's actually the fourth, my friend. It is the fourth.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it came out in 1991. That was the year I was born.
Oh, really? Okay. So I was already in... Okay, a little tyke.
You were little. You're still a little guy.
I remember. I don't know if I remember when this movie came out, but I definitely remember watching this movie growing up for sure. Ernest, the character Ernest P. Worrell, created by the great comedic actor James Albert Varney Jr.
Ernest P. Worrell is here.
I did not know he had passed away.
Yeah, he died of lung cancer, unfortunately.
That was like, I thought
this
guy was around.
No,
still.
he was young too. I think he was in his 50s.
Yeah, he would be something like 70 something now,
Yeah, he was such a treat. I loved the first four Ernest movies, just real quick, because the first one is Ernest Goes to Camp, the second one's Christmas, the third one's Jail, and the fourth one is Ernest Scared Stupid. And then there were 5 others that I think were just like direct to video. It didn't do well kind of situation.
Yeah, I think after the flop of, I think the fifth one, like they all went straight to video. which is like and like I said, it's what is it? Ernest Rides Again. What is it? Slam Dunk Ernest.
Yeah, I haven't
Ernest
seen
goes
any
to
of
Africa.
those.
Ernest goes to come on, Ernest in the Army.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I didn't even know these existed.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those.
Respect to Jim Varney.
Oh,
and
100%.
Looking at photos of Jim Varney, homie looks like he looks suave in a lot of his older photos.
I'm glad you brought that up because when I looked at his Wikipedia page today, I was like, hey, wait a second. He's a good-looking guy. Like,
this looks like a Tinder photo from like today. Like,
I was like, damn.
Like
Jim Varney. Hell yeah.
Jim Varney's trying to fuck. Like,
No.
it is unsettling right now. I'm like looking at my one of my childhood, I don't want to say heroes, but
Yeah, but he was a childhood character, lovable dude. Yeah. It was weird looking at him like that too. I was like, huh. Like,
because it's not the only photo. Like looking at a bunch of photos,
No.
I'm like, Jim Varney, like settle the fuck down. Like,
Jim.
yeah.
But
All right.
yeah.
So as we always do, we're gonna have the movie playing in the background. We're gonna, much like family members, we do make fun of them, but we do love them.
You almost got caught there, but I'll let it go.
Yeah. I'll just edit that part out. But yeah. I grew up in a household where we all made fun of each other, and
Oh, hell yeah.
have a tough skin.
Yeah. Agreed. You gotta.
All right, but press and play.
Play.
And then we got the iconic Touchstone Pictures logo, which is like, you don't see that anymore. And that noise, man, takes me back.
Edgar and I are recording separately today. We're not in the same room. This opening credit scene introduced me to all the love of like old school horror movies.
Yeah, if you were a kid and if you ended up being like a horror head or a horror fanatic, like Ernest Scared Stupid was like one of your gateway horrors. So this is 1991, so we're talking about before Goosebumps, before, what is it? Are You Afraid? Well, maybe Are You Afraid of the Dark was a little bit after this. I think Are You Afraid of the Dark started coming out the year after.
Yeah, I think so. But all of these scenes from these movies, and I did look them up because obviously there's Nosferatu, but the brain from Planet Arouse, I think it's called, the Screaming Skull, the Killer Shrews, like all of these they edited in there to this opening sequence, and I love it. It's so cool. And you just got Ernest hanging out doing funny shit.
Dude, he's all right. He's like a perfect little like live action cartoon slapstick character. Like this took me back. I haven't seen an Ernest movie in a long time. This one barely doubled its budget. It was estimated about $10 million, and it made about, I think, something like close to 30 after, was it, worldwide release?
This is true. So I did read that it was the last movie that Disney was attached to it, and because it didn't do well, that's when they cut ties. Disney cut ties with them. And they were like, we're not doing this. Yeah, I read that. So that's why all the Ernest films after probably did worse. But this movie, it said on IMDb, this one stands as the most popular, even though it didn't do that well profit-wise.
Yeah, I would say this one, and then Ernest Goes to Jail.
That, and then even the camp one, the very first one. Like, I don't remember really watching the Christmas one that too much.
No, but I think in Ernest fashion, he saves Christmas. Isn't it Ernest Saves Christmas?
Yeah, Ernest Saves Christmas.
And then we have right after the intro, we're cut to Briarville, and a long time ago. I just like how they just
Long time ago.
say, yeah, because all of a sudden I'm thinking Salem witch trials, and I guess we find out it's like not that long ago. Like maybe it's only
it was like 20 years ago. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they look like they're a lot older than, but that would make sense because like all of a sudden we're given, glimpses of the troll, and the troll looks great. So you telling me that Disney had to do something with this? I'm like, okay.
Hey, do you want to know?
Or they had maybe like a Disney money to play with.
They had some Disney money to play with, but do you want to know a cool fact? Maybe you look.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna say.
The troll costumes were from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, the Cody brothers who did special effects for Killer Clowns from Outer Space also worked on this movie.
And then they also
were-
like, oh, when we get to it, I'll mention it. But yeah, I didn't know this until when we were doing research for it. I was like, that's so fucking cool, but it makes sense. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh no, watching it this time around, like I know those masks.
Exactly. I was like,
masks.
oh yeah, that is definitely the Killer Clowns.
Yeah. And then immediately we're given, all right, a little girl's running through the forest,
Yeah.
and then she's being chased by our infamous troll. The townspeople apparently use this girl as bait, which is kind of fucked up, townspeople.
Yeah. A little fucked up. They're like, but we had to catch it. And they buried this troll in the ground. Ernest's
Apparently it's
Ernest's great grandfather or something. I don't know. Like, it's his relative.
no, it should be like his grandfather. It's like 20 years ago. It's like, can't be that far, but it looks like it's much older.
Yeah, but that's what they're trying to make us believe, that this was like 1901 and now we're in 1990.
Yeah. And then we're cut to, apparently this was a student's, I forgot this girl's name, book report.
Elizabeth.
There you go, Elizabeth. Elizabeth's book report on the Worrell family and the myth of the troll that haunts Briarville.
Yeah, the troll. And then here, Ernest. Ernest is a garbage man.
He's always like a garbage man. He's always like the groundskeeper.
He's
And I think it's he like the truck that he has in this movie is like part of his, I guess, costume.
It is. It is, because he uses it later on in his little gadgets. So we're where he is like working now, and he's on his garbage truck, and he's like you said, it's part of his costume. It goes with him throughout the film to like catch the trolls, to help the kids. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, Elizabeth's giving our book report saying how the Worrell family is cursed to get stupider and stupider, and then we get cut to Ernest P. Worrell and his fucking contraptions, like
his Goonies contraptions.
Oh yeah. I was like, he's not that stupid. I mean, like it seems pretty awesome.
It just-
Even though I don't know how it was supposed to work.
Exactly. I was like, it's cool, but he has some kinks to work out.
Yeah.
I do love it though.
It's pretty good. But then like this thing here where he basically like almost murders himself.
He does.
Like while like getting tossed into his own garbage truck.
And then the dog
And then-
accidentally.
rim shot accidentally was gonna yeah.
And it starts to
triggered
squish
everything.
him, and you're like, "Oh no!" And then he's just such a
Yeah.
goof. Ernest is just a
100%.
lovable goof. Yeah, he's not very bright, and that's the whole point of his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ernest is pulling the sewer scene from Star Wars, essentially.
Yes.
And I was like, is he getting out of it? But then I realized, no, Ernest just survives everything because he gets fucking squashed, and then he just gets thrown out of the side of the truck, and nothing really happens to him.
Yeah. We just move on like a cartoon. You just yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I do love this when he holds up the little baby, and he talks like he has a whole scene. Like, he's so dramatic. He's like, I have to, be like, don't hurt me, little baby, and then he like kills it. It's great.
Oh no, he's the king of like the side tangent, like before Family Guy was ever a thing.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. He's the king of the yes and like the way he just keeps adding ad libs to his own,
The multiple
character.
characters he just comes up with, like randomly. They're just like, he's just in drag, or he changes costumes, and you're just like, yeah.
Which is pretty novel for like it wasn't like, I don't know if it would vibe so much today.
You're right.
maybe not.
Man,
I'm
I don't
taking
know.
that part
I think it ages okay. Like, there's nothing really too. Yeah, there's nothing when the rewatch. I watch it every year where I'm like, eh. Like, you got Eartha Kitt in this movie, for Christ's sake. Like, she rules.
Which is like, I'm like, Eartha fucking Kitt? Like,
Eartha
are you
fucking
serious?
Kitt. And she is my favorite.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. How the fuck did you land that? Like,
Okay, so
that blows my mind.
moving along, Ernest did the whole garbage truck thing, and now we're meeting the sheriff of the town, right? Are you about the same spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the sheriff and we got the
Mayor?
I don't know if this guy's the mayor.
Is he the mayor?
Fucking deputy. Some guy.
He's
mayor.
He's
Yeah,
he's the mayor, and he's the dad of the bullies, the boy bullies as well. Because
he's Mayor Murdoch and the Murdoch boys.
yes, because the sheriff's son is the boy
Kenny.
Kenny. Gross.
Yeah. Did you say gross?
It's Kenny.
It was funny though because I thought this Kenny kid grew up to be like a different actor, but he looks exactly like some other '80s actors. Like, no, that guy was already like a teenager. I can't remember the guy's name, but it'll come to me. So the side tangent, but yeah, and I mean, I remember this movie, but I do not remember. So it's kind of like I was watching it for the first time. So like everything is completely new to me.
Oh, see, I've seen it so many times. It's probably one of those I didn't even need to watch again, but of course I did. The sheriff shows up and yells at Ernest. He's like, he's got to get over to the Hackmore place and clean it up. It's a disgrace. And we will find out soon that Lady Hackmore is our lovely Eartha Kitt. But yeah, her residence is known as like the scariest house in town, and it's like full of junk, and she's basically a hoarder.
Yeah, basically a hoarder. Well, no, she's actually an artist.
She's an artist.
These are sculptures. And I'm like, all right, she's a welder.
She's a welder.
So like,
not
right.
a great one, but everyone needs to start somewhere.
And apparently she's got like, a little bit of pyrotechnics. She got a little bit of fire coming out of one of them. I'm like, all right.
But this is a junky ass yard. But you know what? Leave the woman alone.
It's fairly organized. More like a little bit of a maze that they try to, incorporate a little bit later in the movie. I think they could have done something else with it.
I like her house. I'd live there.
Oh yeah, that is a colonial, house that has just been, it's a little bit junked up.
So I do love her front door with the hand and
the front door is kind of fun.
The welding. So Ernest is just going to check on her, and here she is. I love her so much.
You know what? But she acts the fuck out of this. She really gives it her all.
She does.
Does not. She doesn't pull back.
It's Eartha Kitt. Like,
yeah, and it's like it's a kids movie, right?
It's a kids movie.
So you got to ham it up.
You got to ham it up, and then we find that she is the descendants of some of the girls in the beginning that were crying because they lost their siblings to the troll.
Yeah.
And then the whole legend is that Ernest, a descendant of the Worrells, obviously, is going to awaken this troll and cause havoc on the town. And she warns him right now. She's like, "You are bad news."
Yeah, you think he would have known about this? And it's funny how he doesn't remember this or talk about it at all.
Exactly.
Later, but
the whole town knows this legend, but he's like, "Not me. What do you mean?"
Mm-hmm. And you just got to give it up to again Ernest and Jim Varney. Just his facial expressions are so fucking priceless.
Yeah.
I remember trying to impersonate so many of the things that I learned from his.
My favorite
movies.
was whenever he gets grossed out and he's like, "Eee," with his mouth.
Ooh,
I did that all the time. The lip thing.
Oh, I did the laugh thing, the little the side chuckle to yourself.
That thing.
Oh my god, I still do it. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I do it too.
And I'm like,
it's great.
I didn't even remember where I got it from, but now I remember. Yeah,
it's Ernest.
So then we cut back to the kids that apparently aren't allowed to hang out with Ernest because why would you let your 10-year-old hang out with
an adult man? Totally fine. Totally fine. I get
child man that picks up trash in town. Obviously.
Sorry, and kids, you can't hang out with the garbage man.
Basically. And they're making a little bit of a haunted house of their own, and then the Murdochs come in and just kind of
and they tear it
wreck
down.
Their fucking shit.
It wasn't very much of a haunted house, though, to be honest. But, you're kids. I did that shit.
You're kids. You do what you can.
Exactly. But the bullies ruined it, and that's rude.
Yeah, and they are bullies, they're just kind of with their stupid gelled hair.
It's thick. It's disgusting.
Thick.
So
and weird
Kenny
Parachute
runs back to tell Ernest about this. He's like, they fucked up our haunted house. And now we get the list of Ernest characters that I just die for every time. It's so good.
I gotta double check to see if other movies had different characters or if like he just used the same ones.
I
The
think
only one that doesn't probably age well is the Ottoman.
the Ottoman guy is a little...
It might have been a little bit dated, but all the other ones are fucking spot on.
And maybe someone can correct me. I think these characters are from the commercials he did as Ernest. Before Ernest was a show and before it was movies. I think he did commercials. And it might have been these It might have been these characters. I could be wrong.
I mean, I could see it like, whatever's in your repertoire, just like, you have certain characters that you keep going back to, and he fucking nails it. Like, he is fucking good.
So good. Again, the Ottoman's the only one that's kind of like, okay. But the rest of them, like, I love them all.
Dude, I remember the grandmother. Oh, the old lady with the fucking, with the neck brace.
The neck break.
Maybe also the Ottoman doesn't play up because I don't think he had like maybe actual references for
Yeah,
when Ottoman
exactly.
warrior might be. Yeah.
But he gives the kids a bright idea because they're like, what are we going to do about these bullies, And he goes, we need a tree house. Like, let's go
you
build.
need the high ground.
We need the high ground. So they go off to find a tree to build this tree house with Ernest, the kids and Ernest. The three main kids. We didn't really introduce Joey. They have another friend. So it's
Joey's not really. Joey's barely introduced.
He's barely introduced. He's whatever. So it's Kenny, the main boy, Joey, and then Elizabeth, the girl.
That's basically what you're saying right now.
Well, Joey's the first one to get hit. Sorry, everyone. It's a movie from 32 years ago. I do like him being like, this is a great tree, and it falls down immediately.
He's and said he's the master of making lists. Anytime I'm gonna put it in here, but like when he's just anding his own list to himself, like it is perfect. Oh,
He's
so good at it. I don't know if it was written or if he's just ad-libbing every time, but
exactly. Jim Varney is the reason why you watch this movie over and over again. And even if it's quote unquote not a good one or whatever people want to say about it, he is fantastic. And I love them going into the really spooky part of the woods. It was always my favorite because I still do that. Whenever I see anything spooky, I gravitate towards it.
Well, it's also what you did back in like 1991.
Yeah.
Like you walked around like the park. You walked around places. This is before, the internet hadn't hit. Cell phones didn't hit yet. So like, you're a kid outside playing and you're just going to walk around until you find some cool shit.
And talk about the production value that is here. This tree rules.
Oh,
this tree
tree's pretty
fucking
badass.
rules. I wanted this to be my treehouse so bad. Because they made it the
It's
coolest
a
thing in the
little low
world.
to the ground, but whatever,
It is.
It's close enough.
But what they
But
build,
it's huge.
what they build in this treehouse is the coolest thing ever. I love it. I want to live in that tree. They sold it to me.
This tree's pretty dope. Yeah, and then in an afternoon they make a fucking treehouse.
They make this giant. I know, and then of course the troll Tranter, that is the name. He is buried underneath this tree. So we're led to believe that this tree has to be hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Maybe,
But
or
20.
or what is it? If it's 1991, if it's his great grandfather, 2 generations, maybe 60 years.
And that tree looks like it's it's not that old.
Oh no, that tree looks like 400 years
Exactly.
old. But let's say with the magic of a troll and the magic of this movie.
Okay, there you go.
that this tree-
with troll magic, yes, I got you.
with troll magic, which also like, all right, let's talk about this fucking troll here with the myth of fucking trolls. This shit does not play up when we get to some of the troll things that come to play out. I'm like, I call shenanigans.
Shenanigans on the troll.
Yeah, fucking yeah. We'll get to it. That's just me being a stickler.
No, that's fine. Go right ahead. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of like loopholes in what like the legend of trolls or what trolls are supposed to do. right?
Yeah, exactly. Basically,
Like-
all right. So let's.
Okay, treehouse time. Sorry,
Alright.
they are booby trapping the fuck out of this tree.
Well, not only that, but like these kids are like playing with fucking tools. I'm like, this is what you would do. 100%. I don't see any of this stuff played out now, but then again, I don't watch kids movies now, so.
Oh, this is what I wanted to bring up earlier. The prop pizzas that they use. You saw a pizza right there, and then they later on, shortly coming up, it's actually from Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, specifically part 2.
So
yeah, we got there. Yeah. It is a pretty dope treehouse.
it is cool.
Yeah, we cut back to the treehouse. They built it in an afternoon.
They built that in the afternoon.
They got a deck. They got a ladder.
There's a part
They
of
have
a car.
Yeah, they got a car bumper. Just for style.
And then Eartha Kitt shows up, Lady Hackmore, to tell them, like,
Yeah,
what
she
the fuck
senses
have you
that-
done?
Yeah, she senses there's something wrong in the air as the building montage is going, and every time they hammer, Eartha Kitt's just like, "What's that? What's that? The air disturbs."
She's
Yeah.
great. And she comes up, she goes, "What are you doing?" She's like, "You're gonna awake this monster." And then
It's kind of funny, yeah. Because no matter whatever Ernest is doing, he's just like leading him to the prophecy.
yeah, pretty much. And then she's so great, though. I love when she's just like, "Gotta get out of here! Leave! She runs away. And then Ernest chases after her because he's like, "Let me go talk to her. It's so cool." Leaving the kids alone in the spooky tree.
Yeah, that's fine. And I don't know how these fucking Murdoch kids, like the Murdoch kids, just stumbled.
They just showed
upon
up. They found this
They
tree.
just showed up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these kids are fucking part bloodhound or what, but they just show up to their tree house, and then we get to see what these kids built. Battle stations.
Exact battle stations. Everyone to their battle stations, which is great. I enjoyed this. I liked when they beat up the bullies. And you know what?
Fucking kids are throwing rocks.
I know. I actually thought that Murdoch's was like an insult for years. Like, I thought it meant bully, because that's what I just thought of. I always thought of these two little jerks. I mean, they redeemed themselves eventually, but, as a kid, I was like, what jerks?
They didn't need to. And this is where we start kicking into, like, this movie becomes a straight kid fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, with all the...
The
with
pizza
all the
throwing.
contraption. Yeah, pizza throwing dog food at bullies. Yeah.
And Rimshot's pissed. He's like, "That's my dog food."
And just a bunch of kids just going, yeah, and then just doing that whole little
Yeah, so they throw
elbow
dog
tuck.
food, pizza at him, and they're like, "Yeah, we got him." And then, they run off.
And
But
it's
that
I'm not
was
here
the
for you.
dream.
I'm here for fucking Ernest.
That
Give
was
me
the dream.
Ernest.
It was good.
That was a
It
dream.
was a dream. It's what you wanted. You so badly wanted it. And then they're all hyped. Ernest comes back, and they're like, "Who the? Get out of here." Oh, it's just Ernest.
Yeah, they were better. Yeah, he was about to shoot Ernest in the head.
He was.
Yeah, Ernest comes back after talking to Eartha Kitt, Lady Murdoch. Actually, we don't find out what they were talking about in that scene.
No, because he just chases her, and then he comes back, and he's like, "She was telling me about this crazy legend, do," and then literally reenacts everything she told him not to do.
In the tree where he was told not to be.
Yeah, he's like, "Don't you fucking don't you knock on that tree," and then he just tells them as he's telling them the story. It's so oh, Ernest.
I mean, I love this full character. I also love that he wears the same outfit every
Always.
day. Like,
He never changes it. I like it. I
love it.
I vaguely remember having a very similar hat. But I mean, it's not like you could find one anywhere. It's just a tan hat. But I liked it because it was my Ernest hat. But now he's literally about to wake up this motherfucking troll. He knocks on.
Like I said, literally doing what he was told not to do in the place he was told not to be.
Exactly, but he's like, "What are the chances of that happening?" High, Ernest, very high. Because he just unleashed Tranter, which I know that's his name, and it's said a couple times, but I never really referred to him as that. I just always like lead troll.
Yeah, because it's not like anybody's calling him Tranter. Everybody just calls him the troll after this.
Exactly.
He makes a couple of references toward it later, but yeah, the kids get scared off because he was told to do the thing that he wasn't told to do in the place he was told not to be, and lightning strikes and the kids run off, and it gets really spooky because Ernest is a giant fucking kid, and
the dog is more of an adult than Ernest.
Oh man, Rimshot's great.
Going back to now, like if we want to do the troll legend or the legend of this troll specifically, is that, but he turns the kids into little wooden dolls and puts them in the tree. Is that what you have a problem with? You don't like that? I don't know.
That part of it, I'm like, I mean, trolls are neat. Some trolls are no. First of all, trolls are supposed to be large, and they say, yeah, trolls live in forts and mountains and under bridges and bullshit like that. It also says that trolls are supposedly more susceptible to sunlight. I mean, that's the way the myth goes, and I'm fucking hard on my myths. So
yeah.
But the other thing was, it was the. I mean, spoiler alert for a movie that's, what was it? You said 32 years old?
Yeah.
Was the fucking lactose intolerant fucking troll.
The lactose intolerant.
He's fucking bullshit. I'm like, this is where, like, yeah, this is, they wrote this movie for kids.
Yeah.
What defeats evil kids? Fucking
milk.
Vitamin D, apparently.
Yeah.
Milk. Fucking milk. I do not remember this part. But you could have done sunlight. Sunlight's fine. Like, it would have been okay. You know?
It would have been okay. And so now we're going to go back to Joey's one and only scene. So Joey got split up, or he left the other two, and he's like, I'm going to...
Well, everybody's going home. Like, the guys, Kenny and Elizabeth got to cut right. You know, Joey's got to cut left to go home. And then Joey's left alone. He's wandering. He's just like, what's that? The spookiness. And then he falls down a little bit of a trench into some mud. And he's trying to get out, and then Ernest comes to save him, or what we believe is Ernest, and it just turns out that the troll can just mimic people's voices, which I thought was the creepiest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, that was very creepy. And then the troll turns Joey into a little wooden doll.
Yeah, and it's the first time we get to see the troll too, and he looks fucking spectacular. Good. Yeah, that troll holds up.
Mouth. The troll holds up. The mouth is gross. The face, lead Tranter the troll looks great. And then Ernest goes running to the sheriff's house. He's like, I saw a troll. It was gross. And
well, Ernest, this is why nobody fucking takes you seriously, because you're running to the fucking cops talking about fucking trolls, man. Let's get it together, you know?
There is one thing I do want to say about the whole trolls. The trolls they don't like milk. And it reminds me of the aliens in Signs, that they don't like water.
I guess it's no better, right?
And it's like, why the fuck do you come to the planet where it's 70-80% water? Like,
yeah, that's fair. Literally, people can spit on you, and it's mostly water.
Yeah, we're just like these trolls where we're like, yeah, okay, it's just milk. Okay, like
I guess that's fair. I guess that movie's revered, so yeah, fair enough. I'll take it.
Anyway, I do Courtney. Love this troll.
Yeah,
I like the troll.
No, the troll looks great. I just think
you see a lot of him.
Yeah, I mean, for what they probably spent to make this troll, like you should use him up, and he looks great in like this low lit scene with the flashing lightning. Oh, and all right, so Tranter puts the wooden Joey inside the tree to power, I guess, making
troll babies,
and the troll babies look awesome. Like,
they're so cool. They're gross and slimy, and they come out of the tree. So basically, the little wooden dolls are feeding the tree to release more trolls.
Yeah, they're like little seedlings that are coming out, like little pods that come out, and you see them like 2 or 3 times, and each time they get bigger and slimier, and it just keeps getting better. The second time around, like these little brown gummies come out them, and I'm like, how the fuck did you do that? It kind of fucking blew my mind a little. So Ernest runs to the cops. The cops don't believe him. The cops are really just worried about Kenny, because why wouldn't you be? Because they're still parents. And then Ernest runs to Eartha Kitt, Lady Hackmore, and then we get to see inside Lady
Her house.
colonial home, which is a little dilapidated, but it's full of cool shit.
She's a hoarder. She's a fucking hoarder, this lady.
And apparently removed all the walls of her house.
Yeah,
So you get all you get are beams, which is actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, but she's like, all right, come on in, Ernest. Let me tell you the story of this troll that you unleashed.
And she reads a cartoonishly large book.
Trolls.
Trolls.
And then she goes right to the page.
And this is where Lady Hackmore reveals the troll's plan, essentially, where he takes 5 children's souls and then releases his horde of trolls.
Yeah, so he basically, like, she kind of says, like, the only thing that can defeat this troll right away, she's like, is the heart of a child, the mother's care. Mm-hmm. That's, like, the deep reflection of this. But then also, in this book she has, it does tell you how you can kill them. And it's so funny to me.
Yeah, so they don't need like this fucking riddle. They could have just flipped the page and just would have told them exactly what it was.
Yeah, but I can't remember if he does, or it's later, but when he flips it, we'll get to it. But yeah, they're just kind of talking about how this troll is basically about to like wreak havoc on this town.
Mm-hmm. And so this was more my point too, where basically this mother's care, heart of a child. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're just playing up to Ernest's character, and he's the only hope for the town.
Yes.
But like, this isn't something that plays out in troll mythology.
Exactly.
So
that's not a
like,
thing.
Not a thing.
Yeah, you can't kill trolls with milk, and you can't kill them with love. That's not how it works.
From all the trolls I've run into in my days, yeah.
You can't kill them with love. It's sorry.
Yeah, asterisk, if you want to see more about trolls, watch the movie Troll Hunter, that Swedish found footage movie. Fucking spectacular.
That one's great. I do like Troll Hunter a lot.
Oh my god, trolls. So good.
Ernest is now running through town with a megaphone screaming trolls. Like, everyone get out. That's his way of solving this. He goes, everyone panic, trolls.
Everybody's just like, it's just Ernest being fucking Ernest. So then we cut to the
Pretty
brothers,
much.
Tommy and Bobby, the Tulip brothers.
And they're recurring in all the Ernests. They're in all the Ernests, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They're recurring characters, and they're great. They just sell Ernest shit. They just make up things. They're like, here's troll repellent. Da, 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 da. Like,
I thought Bobby never spoke, the skinnier one.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
He speaks for like a little bit. Like, he's a little bit right now, because I thought he literally never spoke. But no, they're great. I love these characters.
Yeah, the salesmen. They're just like, oh, we're going to sell Ernest all of this, like, troll gear.
Which is funny, though, because I thought they were making it up, but it's actually legitimately, like, troll gear for some reason. For some reason, the Tulip brothers actually have all this troll gear, because it actually has trolls stapled, like, on the fucking products.
Exactly. And if I remember correctly, they're the same guys in every movie. They're always up to some gimmick, and they're great.
Yeah, they're kind of grifters, but they're not grifters. Like, it's
right.
Yeah.
And then now we're back with Kenny and Elizabeth, and now they're like, we don't know what happened to Joey. He never got home.
Which you think would have been a bigger fucking deal, but like
a white kid's gone missing.
A white kid's gone missing in town. Like, it should be the news like that day. Like, that's the first thing. It would be
all over the fucking news.
Yeah. So look, like, troll away spray. Like, it literally says troll away. Bolivian.
$20 a piece.
Is so good.
He's like, you're gonna need these troll waiters. They're about 120, and you're gonna need some of this slime.
Troll slime proof gloves. It's troll nunchucks. Troll ground beef. Was it? I think he said $10.99 a pound.
Troll bait.
He's like troll bait. It's like, that's like 50 pounds. It's not 50 pounds. Like 2 pounds right there.
Exactly. Yeah. And your total is gonna be about $1,800. Like, oh, okay, great. But Ernest is loaded. He's so rich.
Yeah, apparently that's exactly what I was. Yeah, I was like, yeah. He doesn't flinch. He's just like, yeah, I'll take it all.
And the icing on the cake was there was a troll love songs.
Yeah. Vinyl. I was like, I gotta give it to him. Yeah, stick the landing.
They stick the landing, those two.
Yeah.
So Kenny and Elizabeth go back into the treehouse because they're like something weird is happening, and they find the little wooden doll of Joey.
Yeah, hey, our friend's missing, and there's a wooden doll inside this tree in this hole that was never here before. That's weird.
It looks like Joey.
It looks like Joey. That's...
Anyway, let's get out of here, because they kind of heard the troll fumbling about. And now we've gone back to Ernest at Lady Hackmore's, and he's got his troll gear.
I love it.
Every single troll thing he just bought, he's wearing.
I love it. Kenny and Elizabeth went to go look for Ernest, and apparently they stumble on his truck at Lady Hackmore's place. And then, yeah, like the troll's out in the daylight. Like he's just out there, and you see him. You see him full detail, and it is great. Like I said, I guess I would have used him too. Like
no complaints about this troll and how cool he looks. He quickly snatches a kid on a skateboard though, because he's like, I need another one, real quick. We don't even know this guy's name. He just skateboard kid. Yeah,
just a little bystander, just taking kids left and right.
Yeah, because he needs kids.
Yeah, he's down. He's got 2. He needs another 3.
So he has 2 officially at this count right now. But Elizabeth and Kenny go into Lady Hackmore's and tell him about Joey. I love that. I don't pay any attention to her. She's a Gemini.
Not bad.
Oh, giving Geminis a hard time.
So then apparently Lady Hackmore's got I guess she feels it in the air. So she knows when things are getting worse. So she is essentially kind of like our harbinger of doom.
Mm-hmm. Like she goes back to this poem. She goes, we need to recite the poem again.
Yeah.
Like it's going to take the...
And she's also, I guess, our guy in the chair because she just happens to have all the info on how Ernest can defeat the fucking troll.
Mm-hmm. But then we go right into Ernest setting up more traps that I love.
You know what? I would have loved for you some of that stuff that he just bought, because technically he never uses any of it.
No, you just see him wear it and then he never uses it again, except for maybe like the troll spray at one point when he's actually fighting the troll in the back of the pickup. But this is great too. He just painted a garbage can and just wrote troll on it and was like, this is a trap. Like it was a troll hotel. That's right. It's a troll
kids
hotel.
Free inside, which is very disturbing.
Kids for free.
Super fucking disturbing.
I know. But more just great comedic acting from Jim Varney. He's a treat to watch.
I don't know what version you have, but I was able to get, I'm pretty sure this is like a remastered cut here, because I got great detail on mine. Like some of these scenes I feel like are shot so well. Like detail's fucking perfect.
Oh, you probably have I'm just watching what they have on YouTube. The one I watch every single year, it's always on YouTube.
So the plan is that Ernest is just gonna, scour the streets, and he's Troll Fighter 1, and then Kenny's gonna be observing on his walkie-talkie from home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where I'll be like, we're gonna get these guys because that little troll hotel they set up, there's like an alarm on that, But now that this is a little scene where Kenny's walking back and he starts hearing those voices again, which as we know, the troll can mimic voices.
But then I think we cut to the troll. I think it's out of Elizabeth's house, so maybe that doesn't play out.
Yeah. Because now the troll's on to both of these two now, obviously. Onto Kenny. But the Murdochs. It's the Murdochs. Yeah, it was the Murdochs.
There's something about that made these boys a little bit worse because they made them just a little bit chubby. So they're just like,
yeah. So you kind of extra don't like them, which is very rude. I don't know why. But
there's a little bit of fat shaming. I was just like, I was a chubby kid. I wasn't a bully.
I'm still currently chubby, so I don't know why. I was definitely a chubby kid. So maybe there's a little bit of projecting there.
So Kenny,
but it is funny. But their dad's fat, so I guess it makes sense.
Oh, I guess, maybe. So it's Halloween night, but Kenny isn't, trick or treating.
That's right. It is Halloween night, and they're like, "Why aren't you guys going out?" But now Elizabeth's like, "I'm scared. I don't want to go out because of this troll."
And in every movie, Elizabeth's got her fucking shoes on the bed. And like, this is
I hate that shit.
This is
I
something that
fucking hate that shit.
something that played out in the 90s that we know doesn't fucking work. You don't put your shoes on the motherfucking bed because your mom's gonna fucking beat the shit out of you if you do.
God, my mom, she'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Girl's got her own bathroom.
Which is actually really nice. I don't know why you need to have the door open to show like this girl's got, like, this is all right, middle class. This is like upper middle class, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, no, this girl has an ensuite? Are you kidding?
And she's got her own phone.
Oh, my God. But she's all freaked out, and she's like, oh, no, what's under the bed?
Mm-hmm.
And I do really enjoy this scene. It's a classic, like, you know, jump scare, I guess, for kid movie. It's her teddy bear under the bed. But nope. The troll's in bed with her.
Yeah, she pulls the she pulls the bear from under the bed, and then she turns over, and the troll's just sitting there, which is a good little jump scare for your kid. Prior to that, Kenny was scared by the Murdochs. Then Kenny was like Kenny's mom shows up to the house, and Kenny was like, we need to tell Dad about the troll, and then he just dips out, and his mom's like, no, you stay here right here, and he just walks away from his mom.
Yeah.
like my mom would have beat the shit out of me if I tried to like leave.
No, yeah, I would have not been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really think about it, obviously, as a kid, because we're on Ernest's team. We're rooting for Ernest.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is child fantasy, and apparently in child fantasy, you get to just like leave the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you at the scene where Ernest is getting eaten by a bear trap? Because I do love that.
Yeah, Rimshot heard Ernest talking shit about him, so he's just like not helping him with the bear trap.
But it's just another classic. Like, Ernest is setting up more traps for this fucking troll, and this bear trap is giant.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was cartoonishly giant. I love it. Like, it would murder somebody.
Oh yeah, it would have snapped Ernest in half.
Yeah,
but you know, he's a cartoon. He's fine.
Yeah, he
Moving
doesn't
on.
get snapped. He just gets launched into the air.
Yeah.
This is the other thing, too, about the Tulip brothers. Like, they're supposedly helping Ernest on this, but they're not helping Ernest.
No, because they don't believe Ernest at all. They're like, yeah, trolls. But anyway, I got more shit to sell you.
The only thing that gets me about the troll design is that his nose looks like a fucking hemorrhoid on his fucking face. And I'm like, it looks so gross, but I mean, like, it just plays up to it.
Yeah, because he's nasty.
He's nasty.
He's gross. I mean, they're all nasty. All right, now the troll is definitely stalking Ernest a bit as well.
Oh, well, because they have a vendetta.
They have a vendetta, of course.
Yeah.
But Ernest goes into a little convenience store, and guess what he's got in his hand? Some milk.
Chocolate milk, to be precise.
But milk's milk. I like this. I enjoy the cashier, because he's so frightened by this troll that he can't speak, but he has the time to animate it, what he thinks this troll looks like with his hands.
Yeah.
He's like, big teeth, big, like they're playing charades. It's great. Like, he's like, I can't speak, but charades time.
And then he pulls out
And
a
a shotgun.
double-barrel shotgun.
And then, of course, Ernest, because he's freaked out, because he's like, I don't know why this man's pointing a gun at me, throws the milk, and then the troll runs away.
It was, it would have kind of shocked me, too, if a convenience guy just pulled a fucking shotgun on me.
Yeah. All right, now we have Kenny and a random boy. We don't know this boy's name. But now the troll's up to his little mischief, and he is pretending to be Elizabeth in this construction
fucking tube. Yeah, exactly.
tube tunnel that you find in.
It's just
sitting there.
It's just sitting there too.
And now we actually get to see a better thing of the troll turning this other boy into a full ass wooden person, and then it just shrinks into a little doll.
Yeah, which
is okay.
I'm still stuck on this fucking tube that was just sitting there for no fucking reason in the middle of the
You're just
park.
like, why was that there?
Yeah, because it's not part of a playground or whatever. But yeah, so the troll fakes him out with basically just misleading them into the tube, and then when Kenny finds out there's nothing in the tube, he turns around and the troll the troll had the other little random boy and turned him into a wooden doll, which is like, all right, good fake out. Yeah.
Yeah. Good fake out.
Then we cut to the sheriff, and apparently people were just complaining about fucking Ernest being, not doing his job properly.
A psycho. He's not picking up my trash. Like literally, Ernest isn't doing his job.
Let's not look over all the product placement in this fucking movie. I got a Dunkin' Donuts box just sitting in the back, conveniently right in the middle of the shot.
Of course.
I'm going to mention some other product placements a little bit later because they are shameless. Mm-hmm. Oh damn! Kenny almost died.
Kenny almost got hit by a milk truck.
Yeah,
but this is what I don't get either, is that he was just scared of the cow. There wasn't even a milk. He just saw a picture of a cow and was like, oh no.
Well, maybe there was milk inside,
Well, I'm sure there was, but maybe you can just sense it.
And Kenny's really fucking running because, like, his cheeks are fucking flushed. They made this kid fucking work, which is also nighttime, which, I don't know, this is 1991, so I don't know what the child laws were for acting back then, but
I don't know how long he had to be on set. But they're like, just run around the neighborhood. Ernest is driving around his truck, but then he gets the notification that his little troll hotel trap has gone off.
At the very inappropriately titled "Kids for Free" dumpster site.
Yeah. And he's so proud of himself, like being his kooky little, I done it. Like, I caught this troll.
I love it. I love it.
Everyone come look at me. Come on, whole town, everyone come see this troll that I caught.
And that's literally what he does. He takes it to the sheriff's office.
Yeah, he does.
Kenny finally finds his fucking dad out. The only place Kenny wasn't looking at, the place where his dad fucking works. Like, you think this would have, you would have gone first place, Kenny. Whatever.
God, your dad is literally the sheriff, but whatever.
Go to the sheriff's office. Yeah. And Ernest is right behind him, just saying that with a little bit of Ernest P. Worrell's technology, he's caught the fucking troll.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, everyone, come on. He's like, you got to listen to this guy. He did it. And so finally they're like, okay, let's go. Like, this guy's out of his mind, but let's go look at this troll. But as we know, it's not the troll.
It's not the troll.
The sheriff gets his gun out.
I'm like, it's serious.
Like,
I'm like, all right.
He's like, all right, open it up. Let's see this troll. And it's the Murdoch boys.
Which isn't a great look for Ernest.
No, it is not at all.
It kind of looks like you
the
just
mayor's
kidnapped.
Standing right there.
Yeah.
Some kids.
It was a good setup. The mayor's there bitching at the sheriff. Ernest shows up to show the sheriff something. Ernest got the mayor's kids. Like, not a good look for Ernest.
No, and literally the mayor's like, Jesus Christ, that's my kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, he's like, this is it, Ernest. Like, you're done.
This is also
Fires
like the
Ernest.
longest Halloween night ever, it seems like.
It truly is, because if the kids were just like starting, or they were out trick-or-treating when Elizabeth got taken, I'm guessing it's been an hour, if not two. Most trick-or-treaters are done at this point.
We haven't even got into the party. We haven't even got into the
There's a
climax.
whole party at the school.
Yeah.
There's a... It's a long fucking day.
Yeah. Apparently, there's only children here that are at the age of 11. Like, there are no kids older than this in this fucking town. And there's only an elementary school because the elementary school dance is the biggest fucking thing happening at this fucking town.
Yeah, it's true. There's no one. You're right. I guess I never really thought about that. But literally, it's just elementary school kids. There isn't anyone older. There isn't anyone younger.
I imagine, like, this is like a town with, like, one crossroad,
Yeah. It's one street. It's just like, okay. But yeah, Ernest does get fired, and he's upset. He's very sad because he really does live to be a garbage man. He does enjoy it, even though he's not doing it at all right now.
He's good at his job. Or he likes what he does.
He likes what he does. He likes being a garbage man. But Rimshot brings him right back, I guess.
Yeah, no matter how hard you kick Ernest down, he can always bring himself back up within the span of a minute. I do like this cutaway scene. It is really, really good.
The teacher?
Yeah, because Ernest doesn't know when to quit, and that's what the teacher told him. And
Yeah.
it cut to him, Ernest, in like 5th grade, writing, "I never know when to quit," and the teacher smacks him in the back of the fucking head. It's priceless.
It's good. And then we go to Eartha Kitt, Lady Hackmore. She has wooden dolls. She has wooden dolls from years and years and years ago in the beginning. Because her siblings got turned into wooden dolls all those years ago. And so now she's basically going to go put them in the tree. That's her idea.
Yeah, we just get a little bit of hint that she had, which I'm like, that's why I was like, how old is everything in this movie?
Exactly. It doesn't really add up. And also, wouldn't her putting her wooden dolls into it doesn't, they don't really make it, because you know how he's like, I need 3 more kids. But I mean, if you're trying to play into the myth of it, I think you're right. It just would have fueled the fire of this troll tree. Yeah, no, 100%. Right. But they didn't really address that at all. They're just like, she just kind of sticks them in there.
Oh, are you saying there's a plot hole in a children's movie that's 32 years old? No.
If we're getting really into it as we do, yes.
No, 100%. Unless these souls were already taken and they're just empty husks, and even if the kid, Lady Hackmore, would have brought these children back, they might have been dead. I don't know. We're soulless beings. Who knows? Like Pet Sematary. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Pet Sematary. So we did get he does use the troll away spray.
But he sprayed it. He sprayed it indoors.
Inside.
Stupid.
Exactly. So Ernest and the troll are fighting now. This is like, I like this little fight scene. It's funny to me.
The fight scene's good, and right before the lead up to this, Ernest was at the tree looking for the troll, and then I guess the troll was trying to sneak around him, and then as Ernest is getting into the truck, the troll runs up to him, but gets hit by the opening car door.
The car door.
It's so perfect. I love it.
It's just so campy.
The kid looked like he got really hit. Like he looked like,
yeah, it was like, cool. And then this truck is just driving with no one behind the wheel.
At like 10 miles an hour. It's a very slow scene.
Oh, Rimshot's now driving. You're right. Sorry. Correction. Rimshot is driving the truck.
Well, obviously, because if we learn anything, Rimshot is a very capable dog.
Yeah. Again, he's the only adult in this movie. But yeah, these two are fighting in the back of the truck, which is just, it's a good time. The troll is getting noticeably grosser.
Yeah.
Because he's growing. Because that's the whole idea of him stealing children.
Oh, is he?
He's like, I've always noticed that, like, they show it later that he does start to grow.
Yeah, later.
Grow more. But I always remember, like, his mucusy, like, gross mouth is so cool.
It is. It's interesting because sometimes, as a person who suffers from allergies, and Courtney, do you ever suffer from allergies? Like,
yeah, I get watery eyes.
I get congestion like a mother right now. Like, as the change in seasons, and like I live under a huge tree over here. No, it's pretty bad. So like I totally relate, but I do like it how there's at some points there's just a bunch of snot coming down his nose, and at other points there's no snot whatsoever. I'm like, all right, change it up a little bit. Why not?
And then we get like he has like troll strength that you see for a second. Like he starts pulling this truck.
What was it? It was.
Oh God! Did you see the? I love it when he gets hit by the truck. You talked about him getting sliced by that car door.
Yeah.
When he gets backed over, it's just like bam.
What did he say? He's like, "Do you want a bumper sandwich?"
Booger lips. Do you want a bumper sandwich? Booger lips or something?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How about a bumper sandwich, booger lips?
It's a pretty good insult. Booger lips.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you're talking about allergies. He's booger lips. Oh, Ernest. Ernest gets put into a barrel and rolled off.
Yeah, he literally falls off his own truck. Jesus. Yeah, and then he almost gets run over by the Tulip twins or the Tulip brothers. And then he ends up on Lady Hackmore's place again like 2 seconds later. I think this is towards the end of the movie. They really started just like, you know.
They were like, we got to get this moving. Like, the editors are probably like, okay.
Yeah, we got to start. We got to get to the end scene.
Yeah. But now, so, like, Lady Hackmore is trying to get him out of this barrel that he's stuck in. And now Ernest is like, wait a second. I found a page in this book. And then that's when he finds this, like, trick to kill the trolls. And it's one of my, I think it's one of the funniest fucking jokes. And it's because it's missing a letter. It's M-I blank K. And it's like, what could this be? What could this mystery be?
Prior to this, I do love the shtick of he gets trapped in a can, so then Lady Hackmore has to open up with a giant can opener. That's the 4-foot can opener.
It's so huge.
I was like, all right, I'll take it.
But anyway, it's not milk. No. Ernest, it's Miak.
Miak
is what he comes up with later, which is, I did look it up. Apparently it doesn't exist, but then the success of this movie made people want it. And apparently it's like a Bulgarian jelly that you would eat on like crepes.
So
that's what Miak.
Before it didn't exist, but then the Bulgarians decided that it does exist. Like,
I don't know. I looked it up because I needed to Google it. I never Googled it before, but I was like, what is this fucking thing? Is it a thing? And it comes up as a thing, but it's in reference to this movie. So I'm not like if they made it a thing or not, but I'm not sure. It's like a jelly or a jam that you would eat with crepes. Because he couldn't figure out that it was milk. That's too difficult.
It's too fucking difficult for Ernest, obviously. But so we're back at the Briarville Halloween Gala, and the only reason I said about they're only children in this because this gala takes place inside the elementary school. I'm like, there are no other
gala.
Yeah. So the whole town's there apparently.
Yeah, and like you said, it's an event. Like
it is.
Everyone is dressed up. Like everyone's like, "This is it. It's Halloween.
This is it."
I remember really liking this scene coming up with the mom and the kid fighting.
Oh, you know the part where the kid says, "I fucking hate you."
Literally, she's like, "I hate you," and then the mom's like, "Well, I'm not too fond of you either." But then the kid's like, "Mom, I'm sorry," and they have like this sweet moment that Eartha Kitt is watching.
Well, I was gonna say I do appreciate that the mom was like, "I'm not a fucking fan of you either."
Yeah, she's like straight up being like, "You're being kind of an ass."
Yeah,
like
100%.
you know. I do like her pizza costume. That's what I'm gonna say. And then that kind of is when Eartha Kitt gets this like, oh, the heart of the child, the mother's love, which is apparently supposed to kill the troll. Like she's all about this. Like she knows what's up.
Ernest comes into the gala. He gets hit by the door, and he's kind of just like slurring all of his words.
And they're having a costume contest, obviously. 4th grade class. Okay, so they're all in 4th grade. And then the troll shows up. And of course the Murdoch boy is like, you know, immediately bullying him. Wrong move.
Yeah, I love it. It's kind of priceless. You know, it's kind of like Murdoch kid getting his. Yeah.
So now I guess the older Murdoch boy, you would guess that he's like a couple years older than the other one, gets turned into a little wooden doll.
Mm-hmm.
And now everyone sees it. The whole town is like, holy shit, Ernest was right. Like, what are we? And now they're panicking. It's full on panic.
Everybody runs out. It's just Ernest and the troll left in the gym. And then Ernest says, "End of the line, short change." I'm just like...
There's come on, crater face. This is a good one. Ernest has got some good ones. And then he brings out the Miak. But yeah, he's like, I got you, you little shit. Here's some Miak. But then it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. And the troll fucking unleashes a, what would you call that? A scream, and it just basically just whirlwinds Ernest into the concession stand. He gets covered in, was it frozen yogurt? Which all we know is
ice cream.
Dairy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the troll notices this and is like, uh-oh, that's some milk in there.
Oh, it's not
Gotta
sorbet?
run.
Oh.
It's not sorbet? But this is truly a very sad moment.
Oh, this is devastating
Coming up.
right now.
This is this devastated me as a kid. We are about to find out that the troll, because Rimshot tried, to attack this troll because he's saving Ernest. Like, Ernest is his owner.
Mm-hmm.
And then the troll turned Rimshot into a wooden doll. Oh. That, honestly, I cry. I remember crying about that.
Oh,
I was upset
No, Ernest
that
made you.
they took his dog.
Ernest made you feel something for Rimshot, 100%. This is what he showed you. What I'm sorry, as cheesy as it is, he showed you what true love fucking is. Is a fucking man's love for his fucking dog, 100%. I would fucking murder somebody if somebody hurt my fucking dog.
And this is what's fueling him at this point. He's like, I don't really give a shit about these kids. This troll took my dog.
Took my dog, 100%.
It's like some John Wick shit, man. He's like,
It's John Wick before John Wick. And then apparently, as Ernest goes running off, leaving Kenny in the gym, fucking Ernest, was it Kenny figures it out that it's milk. I don't know how he figures it out, but
I don't either. But there's a big sign right behind that says milk.
Yeah.
I love that. And he's
and
like,
it just says mother's care. All right.
He's like, sweet. I'm gonna go get a shit ton of milk.
And this is where again it becomes more of a kids movie, or a kids fantasy come on screen where now the kids have to save the day, right? Kenny's gonna round up all of his friends and get some milk, and he's gonna save the day with the power of dairy.
And I like how he's like, it's the mother's care. It's milk. Is this supposed to be breast milk?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I was like, okay. Is that where we're going with this? But whatever. It's not important.
Does breast milk save the day?
Does breast milk save the day? Yeah. That's immediately what I always thought later on. As I was like, that's kind of odd, but whatever.
Oh, super odd. I'm like, not so. They could have just said milk, or they said mother's care.
They brought the mother's care and the love and milk, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. But now the kids, like you said, they're all ganging up. They're putting it together. The little Murdoch boy is like, yo, they took my brother. So how do we take these things out? Milk. The whole town is which consists of 15 cars.
Yeah. No, they are ganging up on this troll. Essentially, maybe without the power of milk, maybe this
ammunition.
Maybe this group of adults could have really taken this fucking troll out.
But now, when the troll goes back to the tree to put his little dolls in some more, you get the pods you were talking about. So cool.
Yeah, they start getting released from the tree, and they start burying themselves in the dirt, and they start hatching just in time as Ernest and the town people get there.
Yeah, and so now we're getting right to here, to this massive, the climax. This is where it all goes down.
Oh, I do like this part. As Ernest shows up right in the nick of time, and he faces off with the troll, he just fucking rams the troll against the tree. I'm like, yeah, that's just what I wanted.
Oh.
He is upset.
He's upset. I mean, he killed his dog. Oh, that's what we think. But now the pods hanging real low, looking real nasty. And that's when Ernest noticed them too. He's like, wait, were these things here the whole time? Mm-hmm. I love it. It's so gross. They almost look like dragon fruit.
Oh, yeah.
But now they start dropping, and Ernest is like, I gotta catch these. Because once they hit the ground, like you said, they bury themselves into the ground and they start to hatch, basically. And then the lead troll is like, my babies. So,
and at first I thought, for some reason, I thought we were getting like basically copies of the same troll. I thought I would remember that. I do not remember them being just like a bunch of different types of trolls coming out fully clothed with weapons and all.
Weapons.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that they're all freaky and weird.
No, 100%.
And each one is again, back to the killer clowns from outer space. And that's just like when you finally get to tell, you're like, oh yeah, like look at all these fucking weirdos.
Oh, especially the first one that we get a glimpse of. The one with nails.
Right here.
Yeah, nails nailed into his fucking face. Fucking metal as shit.
So metal. And another horror movie, one of my all-time favorites, and I'm sure we'll get to it when I've said it before, but Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, has a very similar thing where there's like pods that go into the ground and out come the demons.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if it's like a similar thing, because I'm sure I saw this one first before I saw Demon Knight, but I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, gateway horror, 100%. Mm-hmm. And then we come back to the kid fantasy, where the kids are just, they're ganged up. They're riding their bikes through the supermarket, just picking up water guns and milk, just dumping it into the cart.
Which is great. I love that. I love that they put milk. And yeah, just any milk product, any dairy product. He's just like, here we go. We got cottage cheese. We got cream cheese. We got string cheese. I don't know how that's going to work, but it's dairy.
Yeah, and then apparently the store clerk can't stop them because they're children. I don't know what the fuck. Like a grown adult can't stop these children.
Yeah, because that guy can't talk. That guy can talk.
Yeah. And then we have a product placement for Chex Mix because there was a giant fucking... Because what do you need with Chex Mix? Milk.
Exactly. Yum.
Yeah.
And we go back to the spooky forest, and now all the trolls, we get to see all these creeps. It's so great. And then Tranter, the lead one's like, basically he's like, attack.
I mean, I will give it to them. They did not skimp on the amount of trolls. Like, they gave you, I feel like there's something like
I think there's 17. I think there's 17.
It looks like they did so many. They really gave you your fill. I loved it.
Which is great.
100%.
Yeah, I was like, there's so much to look at, and it's just, yeah.
Oh, great. I mean, of course, like some of them aren't spectacular, but some of them are way better than others.
I like the one it's coming up here shortly that eats the bullets.
The bullet gag was great.
And the bullet, he eats the bullets, and then he starts eating. Then the troll himself becomes the gun, which is great.
So good.
And the trolls are just like going after all the adults and chasing them around, very like comic book style. It's it's a goof.
Yeah, you get a big old battle with the adults and the trolls that just keeps, which goes on for way longer than it needs to be.
It does go longer. It didn't need to go on this long. Like, the trolls are dragging around the adults. They're all screaming. They're grabbing. It's fun.
Yeah, that looked a little awkward. That last one was just like, whoop. And here come the Tulip brothers, and the Tulip brothers just see opportunity at every turn.
Opportunity. Here we go. Let's make some money. We're going to sell some troll stuff. Like,
yeah, that money.
Money. They don't care at all. They don't see this. They're just like, yep, yeah. God, again, like you said, it does go on for too long. We didn't need to see so much of this, other than the brothers like having a great ass fucking time, which is awesome.
Yeah,
they're taking pictures. They're like, we're gonna sell so much fucking shit from this.
Other than like, I guess to maybe just keep adding gags, because, and then you need Ernest to almost pull all of these gags. No. Well, the only reason I can see it going longer is just that because of the gags. All right, so you had the bowling ball that's playing out right now, and then you need Ernest for that, and then you're gonna have the shotgun one where the troll ripped the shotgun apart, and then we got some other ones, and then basically like you need all these gags to play out individually, which I guess just adds to the length of the scene. Yeah, then we cut to the scene. It's great.
Again, and I do like Ernest has the time to accept his trophy and has a thank you speech. It's
I feel like he also does that in some of the other movies as well.
Oh yeah, like it's just again he always has the time to stop and let you know that he's a goof.
See, here's another gag.
Oh, yeah.
It's the like, you know, the getting chased scene.
Yes. I'm sorry, I still do enjoy it. Yeah, like that dun 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 dun, like that song.
That this plays on forever.
Yeah, it's. But I do like it when he goes to the middle of the tree and confuses them. And then he's chasing them. It's stupid. But yeah, here's the gun part. What I like,
which is amazing. It's not so much that it's not so much that the trolls eat the bullets, but then the troll becomes the gun as he gets
it becomes the gun.
Head. Yeah, 100%.
By the other troll. Boom. Boom.
Which
and he's shooting the sheriff.
This is actually kind of scary. Like, this is actually life-threatening. This is like the only serious moment where I'm like, oh no, this cop might die. Like,
yeah, because he is being shot at. It's not like
he's tied to his car.
He's handcuffed to his car and being shot at.
He can't move and he's being shot at from 2 feet away. Like, that is scary.
But the kids are here, so everyone is safe
because the kids move. So only the kids can save them. And the kid stands in the line of fire.
Mm-hmm. And then water guns him with milk, and it works instantly. Like they just evaporate.
Yeah. Also, this is gonna smell horribly. Not because the trolls get basically melted, but milk everywhere. Like, this is gonna smell awful.
Yeah, there's going to be rotten milk all over the place.
100%.
But when the trolls die, it's cool. They leave a little, like, gross, gooey mess, which I appreciate.
So, going back to the brothers that did the special effects and Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the whirling scene from Killer Clowns from Outer Space is also used here for when the trolls melt into goo.
Yo, yes, yep.
It's just a different color. But all right, so Kenny saves
sense.
his dad from being shot at, and then he runs off, and the dad's like, "Kenny, thumbs up!" And the
I know. He goes, "Go get him!" Like they have a moment.
I'm like, "No, come, you're my child, stay here. What are you, stupid?"
He's like, "Can you please get the key and let her give me some milk?" I don't know. Milk just kills him like that. Yeah, it's so easy.
Kenny runs up to Ernest, tells him what the deal is, and I think we get the reveal of the most obvious reference to Killer Clowns from Outer Space is the clown Ernest just spit in the face.
Yeah, that one's very obviously.
Yeah.
And now we are seeing Trantor, the lead troll, is now gaining all this power, which makes him invincible to milk, basically. Yeah. Because he's too strong now.
Why didn't you do that before?
I don't know. But now Eartha Kitt is putting her little wooden dolls into the tree. So I guess I was wrong. I was wrong. It wouldn't have affected the tree, I guess, since she's putting her dolls in afterwards.
But I do love how trolls keep running up to Eartha Kitt and nothing is stopping her because she's Eartha fucking Kitt. They're like, no, we can't. We can't have her be terrorized. It's Eartha Kitt. She's too expensive. Like,
she's too expensive. She's Catwoman.
She's basically a badass.
Yeah, you can't fuck with her. I fucking love her.
Yeah, 100%.
And then again, here we have Ernest characters that he's just rolling out.
And
he got the old lady.
Yeah. 100%. I do like how Kenny's just like, now I have to deal with these multiple personalities. Like, they do make a reference
exactly.
to, like, my friend suffers from IDI.
Yeah, it's just he in the time of pure panic, he's still here, like But it's I do enjoy that he has his little characters, and each one of his little characters kills a troll. It's fun. But then we go back to the brothers, and then the one troll that eats their film is pretty funny. And I do like it when the one kid throws in kills that troll, and then he takes the film out of the dead troll.
Yeah, that's pretty spectacular.
Because he's upset. He's like, all of our money is gone now. No one's going to believe that we witnessed this, like, troll massacre.
I do like how one personality of Ernest is shooting the gun, and then the other personality is loading up the gun. I'm just like...
He's a schizophrenic.
Oh, my God.
And I think that's yogurt. Is it just yogurt that he's chucking at the... Yeah. Again, just dairy products.
So then we run over to the Mayor Murdoch, and he's going to get squished by a car motor. And then apparently the other Murdoch boy saves him with a Uzi full of milk. I was just like, no, again, like this parent was going to die. like they were going to squish him with a car motor. Like that's serious.
Like, you're like, yeah, this is a lot serious than you think. But, you know, I do like his Roman character. I think that's one of the funnier ones. The lady in the neck brace, like you said before.
The lady in the neck brace is great.
The lady in the neck brace. And then there's this scene. The troll is underneath the tree, and we never find out how he gets under there and how he gets out.
Troll
but
magic.
You know, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
troll
matter.
Magic.
But yeah,
troll magic.
The troll looks spectacular. Like the troll starts to grow
when he changes, and the nails,
so good.
and the tentacles, I guess you could call them, that coming out of his little antennae.
Yeah.
Oh, he grosses the fuck out. He's nasty now.
Oh, no,
he was nasty before, but now he's like, ugh.
Yeah, he looks like he leveled up essentially. Like he's got longer claws. Yeah. His claws look like they're made out of zucchinis, but like they look fucking menacing. He's got, like I said, tentacles coming out of his ears. He's got fucking huge horns now. He's got a lot more spikes on his face. Like he looks fucking bananas.
Yeah. And I get why. Oh, I guess I didn't mention this in the beginning, but this movie, part of it why it didn't do well is that kids thought it was too scary. And I 100% get that. Like, I can see this being very scary to kids.
Well, I mean, if you don't listen to your parents, the troll's going to come and dig you. Yeah.
Yeah. But even just the look of the trolls, all the trolls, not just when, you know, Tranter turns just now, all of them are fucking gross. It also gives me lots of Little Monsters vibes. I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh, we can do Little Monsters.
Oh, Little Monsters is also another huge favorite of mine.
Little Monsters is traumatic. Like,
Boy. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Yeah. And just the fucking name, Boy. Oh.
Boy, that's his name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys, we will do Little Monsters at some point. 100%. But
yeah. So then we get it. So then we think Ernest saved the day because he killed everybody, but then Trantor comes up and he's leveled up, and he's got lightning, and he's got fire. Lightning. Now.
It's like fire. It's great. It's coming out of the ground. Yeah. Troll magic.
And what that fight scene was like? How long was that fight scene? Jesus.
It was too long, and I never really noticed it because again, I just really love this movie. But you're right, it's too long.
No, I mean that's fine. Whatever. I mean, I guess this was before the power of editing. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
But now, Trantor's about to get motherfucking Joey Kenny. Joey's been gone for a long time.
Basically, Kenny's about to get got by Trantor up in the tree.
Yeah, Kenny got got.
Yeah.
Because that's when we find out the milk doesn't work on him anymore. And then Kenny gets turned into a wooden doll and thrown out of the tree.
Oh, yeah. Not only thrown out of the tree, Trantor fucking stomps on. Curb stomps the wooden Kenny doll.
I straight up thought that, like, what if you break one of the wooden dolls? Wouldn't, in theory, you'd be fucking dead.
You're right, 100%.
Like, you can't break that. I mean, that's what I remember thinking as a kid. Like, because he just stomps on it so hardcore. I'm like, yuck. Mishi, yeah, she knows what's up.
Mishi hears some people walking in front of the house. That's why she's a good guard dog. But you're 100% right. Like, I completely thought, like, this kid should have his back broken at least.
Yeah, like once he comes back.
He gets transformed, spoiler, when Ernest saves the day and Kenny gets turned back into a normal little boy, he should be like, I can't feel my legs, essentially.
Yeah, he's like, I'm paralyzed because this troll
what happened to me and why can't I feel my legs, which is the real tragedy of this fucking movie.
Yeah, that's a real tragedy. But Trantor, okay, so now this is like the final standoff of like Ernest and Trantor. And here Ernest is going to discover very quickly that the milk doesn't work. You know, we get told this multiple times. God, Trantor looks so badass, though.
It looks pretty good.
His little level up with, like, the little antenna tentacles coming out of his head and his horns.
And it's like they work because, like, they almost look like dreads. So they give me, like, Predator vibes.
A little bit. And then here goes Eartha Kitt being like, milk's not going to work. It's love. It's love. You gotta kill this troll with love.
And I'm like, did he even hear you? Like, did Ernest
Yeah, I
hear
know.
you?
It's like,
there's like a whole mob of people between you and Ernest. I'm like, they're all yelling.
yeah. But he's all of a sudden he's like, yeah. Child, unconditional love.
It is a pretty gnarly
And
scene
then-
with like everybody in slow motion yelling in front of a fire. I'm like,
It's pretty intense because they literally are like, kill it. Like, kill it. And the nurse is like, no, we can't do like that. You know, we're gonna dance. That's what they do. Ernest and Trantor motherfucking dance.
motherfucking dance. And he just tells him that he's fucking adorable.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're beautiful. And then they just dance. And you'd think with troll power, the troll would just be like, get away from me, dude. Like, just push him or spit on him. He has troll strength.
Yeah.
But, you know, Ernest then kisses him. And then the classic, the ew. I love it. I did that.
So what I do love...
That's it.
And he defeats the troll.
That's it.
But what I do love about Trantor was that his head is like 3 times the size of his fucking body.
Exactly. He's all head.
Exactly. I love the design. I love how big that fucking giant fucking head is.
I wonder how heavy that was to wear for that actor.
I'm pretty sure it had to have been pretty substantial because it also has animatronics in it so it's got a bunch of guys controlling it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I bet that was gnarly. But yeah, that was it. Ernest killed the troll with a kiss.
Yeah, and luckily, all the kids get turned back. Luckily, because if they hadn't, that would have also been really fucking.
That would have been really fucking sad. But literally, troll's dead. Kenny comes back. Joey walks out of the whole tree. There's Elizabeth.
Fucking Joey. Nobody wanted Joey to come back.
I don't even think Joey's parents are there.
Joey's parents are not there, are they?
No, I think that bald guy was his dad, but at the same time, no. Yeah. But I guess, well, the heartwarming of this, yes, all the kids are okay. But then the wooden dolls that Eartha Kitt put in there, they all come out. So they've basically been trapped for hundreds of years that we're told. So that's cool. And you can know she's waiting for him to see if it worked.
And then we get the final part of this fucking kid fantasy is where Kenny's parents run up to him and be like they love him, and his police officer sheriff dad has said he did a lot of things wrong in his life, and that he'll listen to him from now on. It's like, no, that's not how it works. like your fucking 11-year-old kid is not always right.
No, like okay, like. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not, not how
oh
it works.
my God.
I'm pretty sure if you listen to your kid all the time, you'd be fucking broke or dead.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, kid fantasy.
Yeah.
And then you have I guess the greatest part of this whole movie is Ernest looking all sad because remember little rim shot?
No, aww. I think he's just sad that everybody's reunited with their family, but there's Ernest.
No, he's sad that he's like. He's like, where's my dog?
No, Ernest is literally, there's nothing in that tree for me.
Yeah. Because he's thinking, but then Rimshot's like, hell yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, you forget that Rimshot was also turned into a doll. He comes back.
Yeah. He comes back. And that's the most heartwarming thing there is. Just that little dog. I love that dog.
Oh.
But I mean, that's basically it. Like, that's this movie.
And that was Ernest Scared Stupid. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Oh.
But But yeah, happy Halloween, guys. Courtney,
Happy Halloween.
what do you rate it?
Okay, I have to do an absolute 10 out of 10 on this one. It is a childhood favorite. It is a current favorite. Like I said in the beginning, I watch it every year. And during Halloween time, that's the only time I watch it. It just fits. I am a diehard Ernest fan. At least, I mean, I guess I've only seen the 4 of them. I haven't seen any others, but
The other 4.
other 5 or whatever, 4 or 5 there is. But Jim Varney was a huge part of my childhood because of the Ernest movies. I think he nails it. He nails the acting. He nails the goofiness. The trolls were scary. They were gross. The effects for what it was were fantastic. I think it holds up.
1991. That's actually pretty impressive. I mean, considering like
Yeah.
you only had one troll, so you could have spent your money on the one troll and just make it really fucking spectacular.
Yeah. No, I would suggest that every horror fan should watch it because it's fun. And I think it's a great introduction for your kids. Maybe not young, like it can be quite scary, but the kids in this movie are 4th, 5th grade. I would say 10 to 12. Like my nephew, I would show this to him and he's 10 and he could handle that.
All right. Yeah,
He's seen Little Monsters and he really liked it. So I was like, yeah, that's a good age.
Well, I feel like they've probably seen worse now.
Whereas, and speaking from us too, like I was watching Tales from the Crypt and Leprechaun when I was like 6. So, you know, I was deformed or demented from deformed my demented little brain. Because, you know, my parents are at work, so I just watched whatever I wanted to.
Yeah, fair. All right. You know what? I did forget to mention, but yeah, happy Halloween, guys. This one will be out for next Tuesday, or right in time for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoy it. Be safe out there, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.